My name is Dr. Daniel Kaplin, and I want to take a few moments to introduce myself as one of the candidates running for NYSPA president. Being involved in NYSPA leadership, task force, and divisions has been amongst the most gratifying experiences in my professional development. I believe in this organization and what it can do for our field. As your president, I would like to continue to find ways to protect practice. We are the best trained clinicians, yet services have been farmed out to master's level mental health providers. Moreover, psychologists continue to be underpaid by insurance companies. I will fight diligently in conjunction with our lobbyists to turn this around by highlighting the unique and indispensable skill set that we bring to the table. I will also work with the Medicaid redesign team to ensure psychologists are appropriately represented. I've had the opportunity to advocate for psychologists in Washington, D.C., Albany, and New York City alike. As your president, I will continue to advocate for the protection of practitioners. A second essential goal in my presidency is to ensure that NYSPA becomes a home for all psychologists throughout the state. This can be actualized by creating strong collegial relationships between divisions and regional affiliates. As your president, I will enhance greater collaboration through the co-sponsorship of events, programming throughout the state, and appropriate representation throughout the association. Moreover, I will utilize my role as president to create more of a home for members of academia. This will be achieved by placing a focus on research and practice of all types. Lastly, I hope to continue to draw more interest from students in training programs. I will do so and this will strengthen relationships between scholar practitioners, academic institutions, and NYSPA. As a corollary, I feel that the needs of grad students and ECPs should be appropriately represented. Students and ECPs are our future. We need their involvement, and we need to do more to facilitate their growth in the field. This is an absolutely essential issue as we have seen the membership continues to drop down. And one of my core beliefs is that we need to start reaching out earlier. We need to inspire the grad student. We need to inspire the ECP. We need to create initiatives to make sure that they feel that there's a home for them. So, one particular initiative that I would encourage is to have a liaison in every graduate program. Make sure every university has information about NYSPA. Make sure that we reach out to practitioners who are early career and make sure that we can create mentorship so that they can set up their practices. And these are just a couple of the things that I would like to bring. I think that the first place I would start is making sure that NYSPA is a home for everybody. I really think that we need to unify NYSPA. Whether you're in a far out region, whether you're in New York City, whether you're in an academic post, whether you're a clinician, whether you're early career, whether you're mid-career, whether you're late career, I think we need to work on unifying NYSPA. And the way I would do that comes from Daniel Kahneman. Daniel Kahneman talks about a concept called adversarial collaboration. Instead of asking people about their ideas, put people with different views of points of view on a task. Have them work together, and the product is beautiful. And I believe that if we can unify all members of NYSPA, we're gonna increase our membership as well. I don't see it as us starting our job when we become president. So I would like to get the ball rolling earlier. And one of the things that I'd like to address is our postdoc crisis. We are in peril. There is a bottleneck, and it takes considerable time for our newly graduated ECPs to get licensed. So one initiative that I would love to do is to create a searchable database where individuals who are independent practitioners, outpatient clinics, inpatient facilities can post a searchable job to get these hours. Now, I know that APA and APIC do a reasonable job with this, but there are a lot of other non-APA, non-APIC accredited postdocs that could help with the hours process. So that's the first thing I would like to do. The second thing I would like to do is to make sure that we increase seats on every board. I think the more seats we have at the table, the better. So I would like to see a designated seat for an ECP or a diversity member who can represent the issues that we need done. And then the third thing, which is very practical, is I would like to have planned my convention that would integrate all of the aspects of psychology: science, practice, early career, etc. There have been problems in the past, and this is something that I would like to rectify. And going forward, should I become president, I will push for divisions to have autonomy over their funds. And if we can identify the differences in what the issue is, maybe we can come to some resolution. This has been my position both on boards as well as in my writing. I've always written from a very big picture point of view, and should I be president, I bring a more global perspective to NYSPA. We probably put about 10 hours in now weekly. So I think it's more of the same. And for me, I've always been a very efficient person. Just to give you an idea of my schedule, currently I teach 5 courses at one university, 2 courses at another university. I have a practice. I have my children who are not in college, and yet I still find the time to step up, be effective, and make things happen. I think it's essential that we speak to our lobbyists, speak to the legislative committee, have constant dialogue and communication, but they're all important. And I'm proud of NYSPA's legislative agenda. Serving on a legislative committee for the last couple years, I see how hard we work. I see how hard we split the hairs of little things even before it goes to council. In terms of this, I don't see it as personality that matters. I think it's making sure you're clear on the issues. If you can separate the issue from the personality, then we can move things forward in a very clear and concrete and successful way. If you ask me, diversity is the golden thread that goes through everything. So imagine us losing our representation. We have so many untapped resources, right? We have the advantage that we're a nonprofit. We could apply for grants and funds. I have not seen a very strong grant record yet, but I want to bring that. I believe that whether it's sponsorship activities, whether it's grant activities, that's important. If any region invites me to go up there or anywhere throughout the state, I want to go there. I want to make sure that every region, division, group, or entity knows that I represent them and I care about their interests. So a traveling roadshow is absolutely essential. In addition, the concept of teleconferencing is wonderful. Here we are. This is a great example of how you can get people in various locations together, right? So exploring greater uses of technology, that would be useful. One thing that I would like to consider, and obviously it's an opt-in, not a mandate, would be the concept of an adopt a region. This is something that I would love to see divisions and regions pair up. This goes in line with my view of unifying the association. I want to end the same way I started, which is an absolute expression of gratitude. This process is illuminating. It's helpful for the prospective voters to see where we stand. I would like to reiterate, though, my initiatives, that what I want to do, I want everyone to know that I want to protect the practice. I want to unify psychology as a whole, whether it be division, region, whether it be the scholar, whether it be the practitioner. I want to represent all forms of clinical practice, whether it be CBT, psychoanalysis. I want to make sure all members of the community, whether it be mid-level career, late-level career, early career, or grad student, feel that they have a home here. One thing that I didn't have a chance to touch on is that I think another way to draw membership is maybe starting even a little bit earlier with the undergrads. I have had the privilege in my post in the university of working with undergrads, getting them to grad school. I've had the privilege of taking people in grad school, getting them through their programs, and many of them have joined NYSPA, become active in NYSPA, and that is a process that I want to bring, is that if you look at my perspective, it's about unity. It's about making sure everyone feels that they have a home, and that requires an open tent, and I'm happy to bring it.